Hello, people. We are back. A2TP podcast, episode 261. We are back. I am me. She is her. It's your boy, International Walk, and the beautiful.
It's your girl, Tasha, co-host with the mostest.
And we back for another episode of us. We back, y'all back. We here, y'all here. Let's get right to it. How are you? What it be like? What's going on? What's going down?
I am.
Talk to the people.
Okay. I'm okay. Mentally, I'm at 8.5.
I broke a fucking nail today. The last time I did that, I'd be a teenager when I did that.
I broke a nail yesterday.
I know, I saw. Well, go ahead.
I'm a 9. I'm a 7. No, I'm like a 8.7. So better than an 8.5, not quite a 9.
It's the first time that's happened. We usually go 5 and then round up. We never hit the middle numbers with the 7.
I'm gonna go at 8.7.
That's
I feel okay today. Some life-changing things, some transition. But all is well with my soul. Because God got me and my husband has me. Financially, extremely grateful. An 8, always thanking God for allowing us to be a blessing to others as He blesses us. Work is a 0.
I don't think you can go that low. I think it could just be an 8. You know what? Have at it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, work is a 0. And physically I'm like a 9. I feel good, but I got a little aches from working out doing the kettlebell lifts. When I told you I was squatting while I was doing them, I feel that all of my thighs today, and my knee has been giving me a little trouble, but it's good today. I had to modify my activities at the gym, but
squats don't do nothing for you but interrupt your movement.
Say it again.
Squats don't do nothing for you but interrupt your movement.
So that's who?
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, squats is good for your legs, good for your butt. Like, squats are good. I like a good squat, but you feel it for sure. If that's one of the things working out. It's like you almost feel those immediately.
Yeah, I don't fuck with them like that. They did their number on me. Like, I'll try to do something else with legs, and I'll do a little squat when I do my swings with the kettlebells, but just full out squat, 3 sets of them shits, like I'm crippled the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those exercises where you really require some stretching.
Yeah, and those people that put the plate underneath their feet.
I found out why though. It just helps. You still get the same workout in your thighs, but it's supposed to make it easier. Like as far as you getting back up because you got that little lift. Yeah, so it's supposed to make them easier, but you still feel it in your thighs.
Wow.
So I
thought it had something to do with the calves. Like they put a little stretch on the calves or something.
No, just supposed to help make it easier so you're not flat-footed in doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. Haven't tried it, but yeah. Physically, I'm a 9. How about you?
Mentally, I feel like a 9. I feel like a 9 mentally. Finances is a 8.5.
Got a little half on there.
Yeah, work is... What's work? What the fuck is going on at work?
I know your emails be blowing up.
I would say work's a 9. Work's a 9, a solid 9. Physically, I feel like a 10. I feel great. My body hurt in the best ways. I know why it hurts. It's not like it's hurting because I know why it hurts. So I feel great.
It's not like you're injured.
Yeah, I feel great. Body feels like a 10. So I feel awesome. The scale was good to me. So I'm happy. I feel good.
Was good to me too.
Wows and woes, ups and downs, stops and goes.
Woo.
Blacks and whites.
I ain't really ready to talk in detail, but my woe is just some actually it's going to be some duplicity as often is in our life. Just some transition of things happening in life. A big, huge woe. But on the flip side of that is God just reminding me who He is and who I belong to. Him, who is Him and my husband. And I am, extremely grateful that when storms come, I don't have to face them alone. So that's my wow and my woe.
Piggyback on your woe, seeing you upset about shit affects me physically and mentally. So just seeing you having to go through a transition, um, life transition, not like you're sick or anything like that, but it's just a life transition, and it upsets you. Um, yeah, it affects me too. Like I said, physically and mentally. So that's a woe of mine. Just seeing you sad, seeing you upset, um, confused. Um, but then my woe is, you know, just the
Wow.
my wow is just to be there for you, let you know that I got you. Um, we pray together. We got married under God, and I always have your back in life. So yeah, that's just I'm proud and I'm honored to show up for you in that way. So.
And I'm grateful, extremely grateful. I don't even know.
And I'm also grateful that I can and I learned you and can try and give you what you need.
You have learned me,
so.
And you have, and you show that in different ways, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I'm extremely grateful. We have a lot of time and energy and effort and love between us.
History.
And, the history between us, and it would be sad. I mean, and I know like this isn't a unique situation, but I also know on the flip side there are some people that have the same history but don't have what we have. So I mean, I said to say it's like.
Okay, let me just stop you there because that not triggered something, but we had therapy last night, and obviously somewhere along the lines where I said I look at it as different, but you kind of don't. You remember me saying that?
Right.
And then it led into what it led into in the conversation we had. But you just said something then again where you're like, this isn't unique. And for me, I don't know how, and I don't want to sound weird saying this, but I don't know how you feel about us, because I do, but I'm saying it tongue in cheek. I don't know how you feel about us, but because of who you are to me and have been to me, because of our history, because of the way we met, because of the chase we had, because of Broy and Lehigh, because of Ambler, because of Marshall Road, because of all of that, it's unique to me in a way that nobody on this planet has. So that's what, like, I was trying to process yesterday. Like, is this a negative thing that I'm feeling, or is this just something that I don't understand? But when you said it just now, it like reaffirmed, like what?
No, let me correct myself.
Because I'm thinking like, is this a negative thing? And I kind of got past it, and then you just hit me with this isn't unique. And I'm thinking to myself, that's the problem, is that everybody don't have what I have inside of me for you, for their woman. I don't care who you are. You don't love your wife as much as I love mine. I don't give a fuck who you are on this planet. You just don't.
I received that. So let me say, when I said unique, yes, what we have is unique. No one else has what we have. But just now when I said that, I was specifically saying, when you said you learned me, you know me. So what I was saying is, there are some couples who have the 25, 26 years together, and they know each other. So I was saying that isn't unique in saying that. Yeah, so I was specifically talking about that. But what I was going to say on the flip side, unfortunately, there are some people that have been together for 25, 26 years and don't know each other, and that's sad. So that's where I was going. I meant very specific in saying it's not unique in that we've been together and know each other. I would hope, and I know that there are couples out there that have that long time together and they know each other and love each other. So that's what I meant. We're not unique in that. Like, we ain't the only people that have been together and know each other.
No,
that's what I was referring to.
That's a good cleanup.
Yeah, but my point was, unfortunately, there are some people that, which could be reasons why they're dissatisfied, they're unhappy, they're not being loved properly, and may end up not together because despite the amount of time together, they don't really get to know each other. So that's one thing that I am extremely grateful that And what we have is that we do know each other. We know each other. We know who we are now, and we know that we're not the same that we were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So we know each other, and we continue to learn each other.
We know who we are now, but we know who we was.
Exactly. And we continue to learn each other, because that's important too, because knowing who we were 20 years ago, that's not going to sustain us today. Knowing who we were 5 years ago won't sustain us today, because
it does help.
No, it helps, but I have to be able to adjust to who you are now.
I agree. I agree. I'm just speaking, don't just write that off, because who you were when we first met still does play. I still do pull from that in some capacity in our relationship now. Who you was 10 years ago, I pull from that in some way, shape, or form. But I get what you're saying. It's
I can't handle you,
and it's not sustainable.
I can't handle you today how I would have 10 years ago.
Of course not.
You're not that person. The history helps me to be able to maybe understand better who you are today.
That's what I'm saying.
But I can't handle you in the same way today, because you're not that person.
Sure, I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
That's what I meant. I was not trying to negate what we have as being totally unique. No one else has what we have. But I was just saying, it's not unique that we know each other. Other couples know each other, but unfortunately some people don't. They go all their lives, and it's like, this motherfucker don't, it could be something like, he put mayonnaise on my sandwich every night, and I don't like mayonnaise. And it's 20 years later, and I've been telling him all our life I don't like mayonnaise, and he keep putting mayonnaise.
What you say? Ain't nobody told me nothing.
He keep putting mayonnaise. Where you live at?
Nobody told me nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing about no mayonnaise.
Or she keep putting hot sauce on my chicken, and I'm allergic.
No, I accept the cleanup, though. That's a good cleanup. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we one of the things that I love about us is we are ourselves and always have been. We love hard, we laugh hard, and we got a lot of funny moments between us.
Hilarious.
What is our favorite inside joke?
You probably, you have a better memory than I do. We have so many times where we've laughed about shit, people, places, and things, events, dark shit, light shit. But what comes to mind is the time that we laughed for 2 hours, which we don't know to this day what we were laughing about. But it was this one time in Ambler, we was laying in bed, and it had to be 1, 2 in the morning. And we kind of just looked at each other and got this giggling, laughing bug that lasted for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
At least an hour.
It got to the point where we were laughing because we were laughing because we were laughing.
And we were crying and laughing so... I've never laughed like that in my life.
No.
In my life. And not again after that. Not that hard.
Yeah.
And my stomach and ribs was hurting the next day. And we could not... be like, what was we laughing at?
We don't know why we started laughing. But
25 years later, it's like, what was we laughing at? I don't know. And that was just between us. That was inside, and we don't know what the fuck it was. You just looked at each other and laughed for an hour and a half about nothing.
Yeah.
The fact that she was laughing, I was laughing. And then I was laughing and she was laughing. And then we was laughing because we was laughing. And then we was just laughing because we was laughing that we was laughing. It was crazy.
Yes,
so that's what comes to mind first off, but I'm sure you might have some elephant memory of, hey, remember this? And I'll be like, oh yeah.
I don't. That moment was and that was so early. When he says, so we have had Ambler, we lived in Ambler, that was our first apartment together. I moved into his apartment. Then we moved into a home in Sharon Hill. Then we moved into a home in Upper Darby. Then we bought our first house, and now so this is our 5th address together. So when he says Ambler, we've had the laughs that those walls have held, even outside, but in those times, Ambler was so early in our life.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Yes, it's a lot of different moments where I think back where it's an inside joke between us.
We got lost out Naka mixing.
I love our tea moments. Yeah, I love our. That's kind of new between us, our tea moments.
But that was between us. Nobody knew we was lost to Nixon. We could have died.
You know what's oh no, this is my favorite inside joke. We always say, and now it's kind of different because people can have your location. Like my nieces, our kids and my sisters have my location, so they literally can. But we will always say, people would be surprised because we could end up anywhere at any moment. Like we have been in the strangest places of like in some random alley in New York City, you know,
sushi spot in Washington.
In Washington D.C. in
1
the
o'clock
hood,
in the morning.
That was like a sushi spot downstairs, a club upstairs.
Narcotics Anonymous, and neither one of us on drugs.
Yeah.
Like we went to an NA meeting. Like we be at all over the place, man.
It'd be crazy moments where we just be like, if somebody looked at at our location, it would be like, what the hell?
Yeah, we've
like,
been to
and it'd be like
places.
spur of the moment. Some things be planned, but it'd be like spur of the moment stuff that like, we decide to do, and so that's kind of like an inside thing between us. We always say like, anywhere in the world, like somebody can just look up and find us. I'm looking forward to more of those moments. We've been some
places like pool halls and game bars.
Yeah. Remote islands.
Yeah. We've been some places where it's like, then nobody knows we're here right now.
Yeah.
Like nobody.
Like, and they wouldn't even, if they had 10 guesses, they wouldn't guess like we were in this spot.
And we was on the rooftop.
The rooftop.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
We just away somewhere on a roof.
But even before that, we was just like in some random place, down the street. Yeah. So that's one of the things between us that like we kind of share a little like inside thing between us. So, it always makes me smile because, and it's something that I look forward, to adding to those moments to be like, we was at
I don't want to be nowhere unless I'm with you. I mean, obviously, if I'm at the barbershop or something like that, I don't want you there, but anything I'm experiencing new or fun, I want to be with my best friend, and I want to be with the person that I want to run to first and say, hey, I experienced this. So if you're there, then I don't have to do that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Experience those things, and like, we're in some random, we're in some random restaurant in Germany. Like that's one.
And I'm eating a schnitzel. I want to be having a piece of schnitzel too.
Yeah, or we're whale watching in Alaska. Or
that's got to be from land.
Yeah,
that's got to
be
from land. And I don't want to go to Alaska not unless if Steve Ranella is bringing me out.
We're not hunting.
No, but still, it's the hospitality.
He's not bringing us out, but we're going to Alaska. Like, you're crazy. If we had to start a weird hustle, a weird side hustle, right? Something that, we just thought like, hey, let's do this to make a couple extra dollars. What do you think it would be?
Trapping that dope?
No.
Trapping that dope?
Absolutely not. And that ain't weird. That's illegal.
Getting them brick. Where's side hustle? Let me see. Taking passport photos
of people.
Yeah, I think we could stick there.
I was thinking planning dates for people.
Planning dates for people.
And we could be like, or we could be like
to be a relationship.
No, like people who are in a relationship and they need help, like planning.
That's what I meant. Like, what type of date? Like going out on a date or planning a date for people to meet?
No, they're already in a relationship or planning a date.
Like somewhere for them to go.
Yeah.
Things to
do. Or we could be like, how sometimes, and I say this because.
So you don't like taking passport photos?
No, I like taking passport photos, but mostly everybody got a camera now. They don't really need anybody else to do that for them.
Still go get that. You can't do that on your phone. It's got to be the gray background with the little 2-inch picture.
We have gray walls everywhere around. You can take your own passport photo and take it there.
You can try it. They take it down there and they say it's not.
I know. I seen a video of a girl. She was all dialed up and had makeup and these big earrings. Shit. And she went there to pick it up, and they told her she had to take it over. Yeah. But when she went to pick it up, she didn't have like any makeup. Her hair was a mess, and it looked like a mugshot. She was like, "I can't believe they did this to me."
Yeah.
But look, this would be a cool hustle, right? So, not first of all, let's say not as swingers. So let's cross that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if like we sold ourselves as like if people wanted to go on like a couple's date, but maybe they didn't know another couple to go out with, and they could be like they could hire us to be like that other couple that they went out with, like just some dinner, maybe they wanted to go bowling and have fun with another couple. We could charge like $100 an hour.
I'm off that. I'm not hanging out with strangers like that. Fuck that.
It would be in public places with just the other couple.
Negative. Fuck that. I'm not going with strangers nowhere. You fucking crazy. One of these people might be killers.
No, we go in our car. We meet them.
We still in the fucking place. Some of the guys say I'm going to the bathroom and shot the fucking joint up or something. Or they just weirdos. There.
They pay for all expenses. Like they pay for our dinner or whatever the activities are, and they pay us $100 an hour. Mm-mm. You wouldn't be down with that?
I had one in my head just now that just popped out. Damn. What would we
I
do
think that would be a good idea.
Oh, fuck it. Let's take it all the way. OnlyFans with masks.
I'm down.
OnlyFans with masks.
You know what we could do?
Bucky naked.
You know what we could do with OnlyFans?
What?
We could take showers together.
No, we could have sex, right? But you do the black bar at the top so nobody's face is ever seen, and it's a mask in case something slip out, and you only see from your neck down to like your hip area, and you only see from my neck down to my hip area.
Or we could have sex behind the shower curtain, so you don't have to wear a mask, but nobody can see us.
People can still get record. That's not even the blur.
The shower curtain?
Yeah, if you can know who the fuck you are behind the shower curtain.
You just look like a black image.
No, you don't. People will know that's fucking Jamar. Like, that's fucking Tasha. What are you talking about?
I don't think. Oh, you could put a mask on behind the shower curtain.
No, nobody has never seen our bodies there. So nobody know what it looks like.
Okay.
So you just look like a dude and a girl.
Identifiable tattoos.
Not in the midsection.
No, not in the midsection.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could put a sleeve on your arm, like a fake tattoo sleeve. Like, you can get it off.
So we set up an OnlyFans.
I'm just saying, it's a weird side hustle. People would never think.
It's weird for us, but it's not weird in the sense that, OnlyFans is.
And then, like, we turn this room into, like, that sex room that we saw.
Yeah.
With the stuff on the wall and the stuff hanging up. Yeah. And then that's the OnlyFans room. And
that's a sure way to go to hell, man.
It is. That shit on your soul, you come out that room feeling fucked up.
That is a sure way.
Fucked up. Like, what did I do? This is not right. This shit ain't cool.
Would you ever be...
Ball gags and whips and...
Now, listen.
Oils everywhere.
Delete me from your brain. So think about outside of you being with me. Because, would you ever date a former... Because I know if they were currently doing this, the answer would be no. Would you date a former sex worker?
Not in me.
Even if like y'all got to like medical issues aside, just the knowing the history that would be like a
you
no.
You have a mindset of a female that I don't wish to have a relationship with. There's some females that you deal with in life that is a line, and some of them. No matter how bad it gets, they won't strip. It's no matter how bad it gets, they won't sell themselves. Okay. So there's some women who will. And I'm not knocking those women. I just don't want to engage.
Would you date a former stripper?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that's the line I'm talking about.
Well, no, I wasn't equating a sex worker to a stripper. I was specifically talking about a sex worker and then a stripper. But you wouldn't date either. Okay, what are your top 3 non-negotiables? You all right?
Go ahead.
All right. I guess we can kind of look at this 2 ways. If you were single and dating, or just in a relationship in general. We're in a relationship. Hey, like what are your top 3 non-negotiables?
Could you be a little bit more specific as far as what, like things that I won't do, stand on, won't go for, like in a relationship, or
let's say, okay, if you were single and looking,
okay,
what are your top 3?
Short hair.
Wow, that's so shallow.
Men and women are shallow.
Okay, go ahead.
Feet, bad feet. What else? Non-negotiable.
Like somebody who you wouldn't even entertain.
Ratchet is so broad and such a big stroke. So feet and what else did I say? Short hair and I don't know. Let me work on the third one. 3. What's my last non-negotiable? Oh, believing in God.
Okay.
Believing in God, absolutely. Yeah. If you don't believe in God or you talking shit about God, then it's later for me. I can't be around your spirit. I don't need that on me.
Would you date someone who was not of the same religion? Like, do they have to believe in the same God as you, or just have a relationship?
I think at this big age they have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe in my younger days I would probably have a little bit more expansion with that, but not at my age now. No. At 48 years old, if I was to meet somebody, they would have to believe in Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that would be my number one. Like, they would have to. And I ain't saying you got to be a Bible thumper, because I'm not. I'm not saying you got to go to church, because I don't. But you have to believe in God and have some sort of relationship. You can be a babe in Christ, and be, you can be growing. But
you said a babe?
Yeah, that's when, like, you call people who are like very new in their walk with.
Never heard that term before. That's why I was. Yeah, I know you. I noticed you didn't say baby. That's why I said just babe. Did you say babe?
A babe in Christ. So yeah, that would be my number one. Number 2. You couldn't smoke cigarettes. Like, absolutely not.
Oh, damn, that's definitely one that's on there. But you only get 3, so
yeah.
I wouldn't take off none of the other 2 though to put cigarette. I mean, yeah. No, I would just have to have 4.
Yeah.
Because cigarettes would definitely be on there. Like, I can't mess with anybody who smokes a cigarette.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit and put these together. Like, you couldn't smoke cigarettes or be a heavy drinker. I'm not gonna say you couldn't drink at all, but like, if I knew like if we had like a first date and you got drunk and I knew like, are you about to have to drive home, then I already know you have no care about your life, so I ain't putting my life with yours. So yeah, so I'm gonna put those 2 together. And then see, anything physical I wouldn't really say, because like when you say short hair can grow. Like, I like a beard, I like a mustache. If I probably wouldn't initially entertain somebody who didn't have one, but those, if I express that, hey, this is what I like, they can always grow that. So that's why, I didn't want to like necessarily.
But what if you like that person and you request for them to grow it and they don't, or they won't, or they don't, or that's a non-negotiable to them?
See, that's not a non-negotiable for me. Like, if you decided you wanted a bare face, I would like plead with you, but I wouldn't be like, I can't be with you. You know what I mean? That's not a non-negotiable for me. It's a preference.
That's me. That's what I'm saying. That's me. If you met some naked-faced, rapist-looking man in a bar trying to talk to you, I would think you wouldn't go for that. You would be like, get your naked-ass face out of here. Why are you all shaved?
Nah, I mean, he could be shaved for his job. Like, some certain people.
What if you find out he don't have to shave for his job?
Or he could be like, my hair just don't grow in that good, so I'm not gonna have patchy hair. Okay, I respect that.
If you go home and you see pictures of him in his house where he had nice fucking facial hair.
Again, I'm just saying that's not a non-negotiable for me. Okay. Facial hair, that's not a non-negotiable. So God, you can't be a smoker or a heavy drinker, and you can't be like have had homosexual interactions. Like, I know that it's acceptable with some women, that's acceptable for a man to be bisexual or to have like, and unfortunately it's something that you may not even know right away, but
it's crazy.
It's a deal breaker.
The
contradictory, the contradiction.
You have to say that as a female, but I don't have to say that as a man.
I mean, that's like,
you're like, I gotta keep a slot for no gay shit.
It's just not something that I'm
willing to. As a man, it's like.
It's just one of them things I'm not willing to accept. I mean, I've heard stories, read stories. I don't know anybody personally, but who, a man may have said, oh, he experimented in his
this generation. I've heard it too. I heard it quite a few times where this generation, I don't even know what age bracket, but this generation say it's okay if a guy had a gay experience. I ain't tripping over that.
Or
and
just
it's
tell
like,
me the
wow,
truth.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
Or they say, they was just trying to figure things out. That's okay. And I hope that you figure things out, but I just wouldn't feel secure and confident in moving forward with you because I feel like I can compete with any woman. I can't compete with a penis. Like, so it's like now it's unequal playing field, and it's enough to have to feel like, okay, I'm meeting a new man, and I want to date him, and I want to be the one for him if I do.
And y'all are at a big age, 45, say 50 years old, and he like, I sucked a dick in 83.
Yeah, like I'm going to have so many questions.
Like, I haven't did it again. It was just like trying some shit. We was drinking, I was at the frat house and,
And you were the sucker?
Well, a lot of people were sucking. It was like 6 of us.
Like, did you get on your knees?
I don't remember.
No, so this wasn't like scarred in your brain, which means it wasn't a big deal to you.
You have the weirdest questions. did you get on your knees? Did you cup his balls?
Yeah, like I want to know how into it were you.
Did it smell?
No, I want to know how.
Did you grab his butt cheeks?
I want to know how into
did you choke?
Were you. Like, did you just lean over while he was on the sofa, or did you like get down on your knees to get sexy?
Does it matter? You sucked a dick in 83. You gay in 2026. It doesn't matter,
but I still have questions, and I want to know some details.
No questions. You sucked a dick in 83. You gay in 2026.
See, I don't necessarily know if I would consider them gay if they never had another interaction.
Men consider them
but
gay.
Again, I just would not want to entertain that relationship. Okay, let's pivot. Mm-hmm. Non-negotiables in a relationship. Like you met the like smoking, that was all about you meeting a person.
To what you like that to piggyback off what you were saying: smoking, drinking, not believing in God. Yeah.
Okay.
I may be spoiled with you. Yeah, in that sense, but it's fun. I don't have to worry about you when you go out. Like, you know what I mean? You have the responsibility of driving yourself home, and like, yeah, it's just a delightful thing to have in your relationship if your wife is high on life.
I would say the same, but again, I'm gonna put smoking and drinking together. Like, you cannot smoke anything. You can't do any drugs, alcohol. Drugs, heavy alcohol consumption, or cigarettes. So I'm grouping that all together. You can smoke weed. That's not a drug, but you cannot do any adult.
So you're in the bathroom tooting.
No, you can't do a bump on your birthday. Like, oh, it's just a birthday bump. Nope. You can't take any pills. Like, I don't want you having...
Just have a Molly on the birthday?
I don't want you having random Percocets just because you... Like, if you could just take a Percocet for a headache, you're a drug addict.
How about a Molly on a birthday?
No. I'm talking about serious things that people do, or like, oh, they just had a bad day, so they take a Xanax. Like, no, you can't just be popping pills. Now, if you...
But you went right to opiates and benzos, like,
because those are the things that people.
Yeah, but how about a hat? People get addicted to Molly and ecstasy.
But what I'm saying is, those are like party drugs. People don't regularly take those. You have people that go to work every day that regularly will take a Percocet because they got a headache.
That's true, and a Xanax.
Or they're going on a flight and they'll take a Xanax because they want to calm their nerves down. It's like, oh, you can't. I don't want you to just be comfortable with taking drugs. Like, that's a problem to me. So yeah, you have to believe in God, no drugs, heavy alcohol, or cigarettes. And then the third one, domestic violence is absolutely a non-negotiable for me. Like, I don't even want you to holler too loud. Like, yeah, domestic violence is like.
I don't think I have to say that as a man. Like, if you hit me, like.
Yeah. Again, another, double standard.
Put you outside.
And like, men don't but I think more men should consider that, because you do have some women that think it's okay.
Men who
to swing on a man.
I think the men who have an issue with handling something like that, like, and I say that meaning like you might get beat up, like those men might need to start saying that. But I don't have to say like you're not gonna hit me. Like, if you hit me, like, I'll remove you from my space and you won't ever be in it again.
It wouldn't be something like to have a conversation about.
No, you fucking hit me. Any woman that I'm with, like if we talking and arguing and you just sucker punch me, bust my fucking lip, I will remove you from my space and you'll never say another word to me.
Mm.
And it would have to be like that so I didn't bust your lip.
Yeah.
So that's what it have to be. Like, you can't ever be back in front of me again. You won't ever speak to me again. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just stole off on me?
What's a boundary in our relationship you think that we need to firm up?
That's a good question. It's a damn good question. I would say when we get into I guess heated arguments, having the willpower to dig deeper and not think to give up. Like that's always been a non-option, non-negotiable, a thing for us. And sometimes in the midst of shit, being angry, we can,
give up language.
Can give out language or hint to, so what are we doing? Like that type of shit. And it's like we have to firm that back up where we're not even speaking that into existence.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I was thinking for me, which is new for me, and this is something that
So this is your own boundary, or this is our boundary? Because this is our relationship.
Well, it's our relationship, and it's a boundary that I probably need to respect more, but I have to learn more. Is your personal space. Like, I don't know, because you've never, like, requested personal space. Like, when you mentioned that the other day when we were talking about the gym, and I know you enjoy us going together, but, like, Saturday you wanted to be, like, you just had it in your mind you was going to go do your thing. You needed that personal time. And not that you had a problem with me going, but that wasn't, like, I know how it is, like, that inertia of preparing to do things and things being in motion, and it's, like, somebody intercept, and that's something for me that I have to, a new phase of you that I have to learn, because it was shocking to hear you say that, but in a good way. So I feel like that's a boundary I have to learn, and then, respect that.
Okay. So that was caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, like I'm always in your face in your business. You always in my face in my business. We, except for going to like the barbershop or to your hair appointments with you.
But it's who you are. Like you're newsy, and I don't mind it. That was a particular a moment where you could have showed better judgment, where it was like, pull the trick, like shit, or get off the pot. Like if you see me getting dressed, right. You know how I am. Get up and get dressed and stop with that lingering shit, and then that slows me down. Now I'm agitated. Now you don't want to agitate me. Now it's weird. Like that's a whole thing where you can just be like, go ahead, what the fuck? He be back in an hour. Let me go to sleep. Like he gonna come back and I'm still gonna be asleep.
And it wasn't even so much about you. It was more about me and knowing like, okay, this is what I want to do, but our schedule's just not.
Oh, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but I don't want to forget. I say that to say, you are just that newsy of a person, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but you're like that with other people. I know you're more like that with me because of proximity, but when I bought my face wash, you were like, I knew you had a secret life. And I was like, what? And I know you say that tongue in cheek, but you was like, oh, so you gonna get some face products and not ask your wife? And it's like, damn, she don't really mean this, and I know she joking but halfway serious, but any little thing that I try to do like that on my own, it's a sense of tell me because I want to help you.
It's okay. Think about this, right? If I smoked, right?
Yeah.
And I now, like, this is my first time, like, all right, I got, I'm going to go to the dispensary. And I just went to the dispensary. You would be like, why didn't you that's your lane. Yeah. Like, that's your lane. Why didn't you consult? I could have gave you didn't have to listen to me, but at least, like, consult ask my advice, ask my opinion. So that was all. I felt like how you buy your face products, you don't even ask me. I got a store worth of face products.
She and I went in there and looked too at shit, and it was like, yeah, this probably just for women, or this just for her.
Like, I got a refrigerator, I got two baskets, like a ton of stuff. So it was like, damn, like, why you ain't? And sometimes I do feel like, and you've gotten better, but sometimes I feel like,
used to say I had a secret life.
Yeah, because it would feel like there were certain things you wanted for yourself, which is okay, but at the same time,
let me know.
Yeah. Like, it's okay that you have this for yourself, but why are you not telling me?
Y'all hear this? It's okay you had this for yourself, but let me know you got that for yourself. I want to know what you got for yourself. In case I want to go in that drawer too, get some stuff.
No, I mean, we could, but again.
Oh, them your socks right there? Okay, I'm going to leave them alone for about 3-4 weeks. But in the 5th week, they my socks too.
But you can't talk. What you
face wash? Oh yeah,
socks.
I got a drawer full of face wash and a refrigerator. You got some new stuff? Let me use that real quick.
But I
don't, babe. Sure, no problem. I'll share it with you. But this is the you talk about me with the enmeshment. Like, this is her loving way of being next to me, and I openly welcome that. I just be trying to point it out to you, and you be like, no, you got a secret life.
Babe, you are the same way. Like, everything.
I've never been in your refrigerator.
No, maybe not that, but everything that I do, almost everything, unless it's like involving my friends or something, you give me my space with that. But like, when I said I was having a photo shoot for my birthday, you was like, we having a photo shoot? It's my birthday.
So
why are we having a photo shoot for my birthday?
Because
we can have a photo shoot for at a different time, a different occasion.
Okay, and that's cool. But I feel, and my feelings aren't facts, I feel that if August came around and I said, hey, Pat, putting some clothes together, I'm about to go do a photo shoot, she would be like, whoa. Should I put something together? Where you going?
Not for your birthday. Yeah, I would want to know the details.
Can I be in? You would ask, can I be in it? No. If you want to do it by yourself, that's fine. But do you think I could be in it? Like a few pictures, like 2 or 3, just because they're professional?
Not. If you say you were doing a birthday photo shoot, absolutely not.
Okay, so I would go.
Absolutely not.
I would go take 100 pictures by myself. And you would just be like,
I would be there to make sure that, like, let me fix your collar. Let me, give it some direction. What if I just wanted to go
do it by myself?
No, I would be like, babe, you need somebody there with you. Like, you need somebody there with you. That's why I had people there with me. Like, you need somebody to give you some direction.
What if Eddie was coming?
Okay. Hopefully Eddie got an eye. Eddie ain't your wife.
Look, see, told you.
This snowstorm we just had, a huge snowstorm.
If you live in the Northeast, 42 states out of 50.
Yeah, we have 50 states.
42 states out of 50 got snow over the past.
They lied. Our family down in Georgia, they was pissed because my nephew said it lied.
Well, I mean their area, but Georgia itself got snow.
Well, right. Yeah.
So that state got snow.
But where they were,
they
only
just probably
rain.
got a little sprinkle or some, some
it was a little icy the night before the storm, and then a lot of rain.
And mainly when they showed the map, everybody was kind of in the 20s and 30s except for Florida. They were 72, and that was the red part, and it was like everybody had kind of went to Florida. But I say all that to say, if you live in the Northeast, you got a bunch of snow. So some people were making snow removal companies, and back in the day, the kids would come and knock on your door and want to shovel your front, want to shovel your back, and that would be $10, $20, $50 or something like that. If it was a group of kids, you gave them some money to bust down. But nowadays, 2026, snow removal is $100 for your front and back. Maybe your driveway, your front, and your back. Is that too much? Like, it's 2026, inflation, that was 30 years ago. What's the number you think is too much for, say, 3 12-year-olds, 3 13-year-olds to come to your house and say, we'll shovel your driveway, your front walk, and your back? Is $100 too much for that?
I mean, I think $100. So if you're talking about 3 12-year-olds, I would say you break them off for $20 a piece, especially if they did a good job.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about a grown man coming by himself, let's say, because we also have to think about the time, right? So if this person had a job, how much would they make an hour? So if it took them an hour to do it and they got $50, I think that's fair. $50, and because not only
I wouldn't want to do it by the hour, but that's go ahead.
no, I'm not saying do it by the hour, but I'm saying for if it was me, I would kind of think to myself, all right, if I'm going to do, 5 houses, I'm going to be efficient in getting them done. Because you don't want to be out there for 3 hours and then charge. Even if you out there for 3 hours and you charge $100, you're kind of cheating yourself. That's $33 an hour. So I would just say you got to break it down into how your time is costs money as well. So if they've done a great job, your walkway, your driveway. When you say your back, what are they doing to your back?
Like, say if they come and shovel off your back steps in your yard so you can access your yard. Like, you look at, don't base it on our yard because our yard is grass. But if you had concrete, a patio, back steps that you needed to get out to your yard, let's say to get your trash cans, and they're not on the side of your house, you need to access your yard. So you
and
get
they
your back shovel.
And they salt and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I look at it a little bit different if it's a grown person and a kid. Grown person out there shoveling can have a fucking heart attack when you shoveling snow. But if you show up with equipment and your shit's in order and you do a fine job and you put salt down, I don't think $100 is bad. I don't think $150 is bad to do your front, your driveway, and your back on each house on the block. I don't think that's too much if you're doing top performance a job. Now, if you got 3 kids that come and want to shovel, I'm on board with you to break a 20 off because you're going to get what you get. Yeah. Kids gonna get tired of shoveling. They're gonna put some salt down. If they got salt, they probably not gonna put no salt down, but they're not gonna clear all the snow away.
You think if somebody came out here and did our driveway, our front, our porch. Pavement, well, that's what I meant, our sidewalk and our porch and our driveway, and charged $100, that's a deal.
It is a deal. It's a hell of a deal. And again, if a person has equipment, they can wrap that up in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Half hour. They don't have to be out there for an hour shoveling if they got a little machine or something, or a snow blower or something like that. So it depends.
And don't let them clean off your cars. So
I don't think that's a whole lot. What y'all think out there is a fair price for snow removal? Like, do y'all still think $10, gonna get you your front all done up nice? Kids, I mean, a kid, you want to help him out. He ain't got no salt. He ain't going to do that. He just out there going through the motions trying to make some money. So you help that.
I'm going to say this. If it's, like you said, 3 kids that show up, I'm going to give them 20 apiece. If it's 1 kid that show up that do a great job, I'm going to probably give him $40, maybe $50.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll give him more like $56.
It would behoove a child, if they're capable of doing it, go out there, work by yourself. Because people are going to look at the total cost. So even if I'm going to pay that one child $60, if it's 3 of y'all, I'm not giving 3 of y'all $60. I'm still paying for the service, so y'all going to have to split this up. So it would behoove y'all to, if you're capable, you 14, 15, 16 years old, you can get out there and work by yourself.
Right. And let's think about it. We just had this big snowstorm. We had no kids knock on our door to ask to remove any snow. I don't know if y'all live in y'all neighborhoods. Did y'all have kids like the kids that come around like they did in the 90s, like I did when I was small, knocking on doors when it was snowing? We didn't get no knocks. So I don't know if y'all got knocks in y'all areas, or if this generation of kids is like, fuck that, I'm not going out in the cold to shovel no goddamn snow.
But let me say a couple things. One, we don't know if kids were perusing the area and saw that you had already did it. Mm-hmm. So they may not knock because they see it's done. 2, we also live in a different age because our township has a Facebook group. These are the most complainingest people. That's
what the group is for. People join that shit to either watch or complain.
This lady got mad at me because she was complaining, and I posted a picture saying my street was clear, and she come back, oh, that's nice, I'm so happy for you, but they could have salted. And I was like, do you realize that?
You see the bare black street, lady. Don't need no fucking salt.
I'm like, do you realize that it's also snowed multiple times? She came back, she called me Miss Pounce. Miss Pounce, I don't know what kind of day you're having and why you gotta be so hostile. I laughed at her comment. I said, ma'am, have a good night. This morning, she was still messaging me. I said, I'm about to block you for harassing me. Leave me alone.
Like, on internet fighting with people?
Babe, I was laughing at her because
That's fighting with people regardless of that.
She was fighting with herself. But I say this to say, we're in a new age. What I did see in the Facebook group is this lady was posting. She said she had nephews. She called them the snow boys, and she was like, if you would like, so she was kind of doing it like through social media, and then she, people was messaging her. She was collecting information, and she had like posted another comment to everybody that supported them. Blah 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 blah. If you still need help, so not to say that some kids aren't still going knocking door to door, but living in this digital media age, people may be approaching it a little bit differently to solicit services. And then again, if they walking by or driving by and they see walkways are clear, they not knocking on those doors. Because you was out there, our street, like you, the gentleman across the street, the gentleman up the street and across the street, like y'all were out there pretty early to kind of get the job done. So yeah.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the seniors who not only do they not have the ability to get out there, a lot of them, they really don't, they may not financially be able to spare, $40, $50 to anybody. So I hope, that's not our situation, like on our street, but I hope that if people have neighbors like that, they were able to help them, because it was a lot of snow. Yeah, it was a lot of snow. It is, because it's still out there. It's so damn cold. It ain't go nowhere yet.
It's still gonna be there till April.
Yeah.
That dirty looking ass snow. I hate when that shit looks like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some information. Tendernism spot. This is going around on social media. I'm gonna give you some information that I have and then break it down. I just want to know what you think about the context of it. Mm-hmm. So Tendernism is a spot that's in Marietta, California. It was a coffee shop that sold coffee and some chicken sandwiches on the side. Black man comes in there named Unc, says, hey, great coffee shop, why don't y'all start selling barbecue and ribs? He starts cooking the ribs take off, goddamn line out the door, people buzzing all over the place, got to get to this place in Marietta to get these ribs. They fall off the bone. He did a little Instagram thing with the meat fall off the bone. Mm-hmm. So everybody, black people, I can just say it's black people who are like wannabe Black Panthers who say, hey, this black guy brought all this attention to this spot. They thought he was the owner. Come to find out it's a white guy that's the owner. Keith Lee goes there, eats some food, says he loves it, wants to give a $5,000 tip to
$4,000, I think.
$4,000 tip to the black guy. The owner says he's not here. They say, okay, take the money and split it up with the rest of the workers. He says, no, I don't want to do that either. Kind of like, no, they can't have a tip. And the guy, he's not here. You can't give him the tip. So he leaves without giving anybody the money. So everybody gets into an uproar like this white guy is trying to gatekeep the business. They thought Unc was the owner. Come to find out he's just a cook. So some people, small amount of people, are saying, hey, Unc made a video saying food is great. I'm happy. This is an agreement that me and him have. He's good to me. I'm good to him. We good. But everybody is in an uproar on some Black Panther shit that this is being taken away from him. And if you bring a likeness and a following to somebody, then you should have some type of equity in that. Your thoughts on just that information?
That's easy for somebody to say about somebody else's business. Like, he in there cooking, doing his job.
Multiple videos he's made saying, I'm happy.
Yeah, he's in there, he's doing his job, he's being compensated for his job. He wasn't looking for anything extra. The fact that Keith Lee came, and when they call it the Keith Lee effect, businesses blow up because of that, because of people trusting, his word on how good he says a place is. So I'm sure that's going to bring even more business for the place, which who knows how the man may be compensated as, a result of that. If he ain't complaining, people need to leave it alone. I mean, that's people need to leave it alone. Keith, from what I kind of knew the ending result. I just didn't know all the details, because I did see where people, Keith Lee, like, ended up giving the money to the community or something like that. And, I can't imagine why the owner wouldn't have said, come back on Tuesday when he's here, or whatever the situation is. I don't know, but, if he say he all right, people need to leave it alone. Shady
to say, hey, he's not here. So one, you could say, hey, give me the money, I'll give it to him. Two, once he denies that he's not here and says, hey, okay, I want to give you the tip anyway to split it up amongst your workers, and you deny that, do you think just that area is a little bit shady? Like, hey, I don't even want you. You can't give Unc the tip, and you can't give my workers the tip. Even if you divvy it up, you can't do that. So it's
It
like
does
fair.
sound shady.
I was about to say that part sounds shady.
But I
to
would
me.
like to hear his reason. Like, I would like to hear his rationale, because I can't imagine. I can't even fathom to think what could be the reason. Like, satisfied employees help you as a business
Right.
owner. So
And
I
then
would,
coming out your pocket, it's an extra money. The food's paid for.
yeah, I would really like to hear what his rationale is and why he said no. I mean, it definitely sounds very shady. It's just weird to think, and I don't want to speculate. I can't even speculate because I can't think what would be the reason why he didn't. I mean, even if from having ulterior motives, if he said, "Oh, you can leave it with me," and he stole the money, he didn't even do that. So I'm just would be very curious to know what would be his reason why.
Right. That's the only gray area I got where it's like that sounds a little bit shady. Like if the black guy is saying, "Hey, I'm happy," and making videos saying I'm good, I'm cooking. This is my life. This is what I love to do, cook, and he lets me cook, and I make money, and my people eat, and everybody happy, and my family and my friends, and I'm good. I don't need all this attention. Then what the hell? Why do black people always gotta be like, I want to be a Black Panther?
We want to be the
And I gotta be
revolutionaries
like
and fight for
somebody
people.
to save something or some shit like that. Like that's sometimes you should just mind your business or just go there and enjoy the food.
I mean,
If you want the ribs because they fall off the bone, go get the ribs. But don't go there thinking or protesting or setting up some goddamn campaign for, this man should have some equity in something when he ain't even complaining about
don't
that.
turn a positive situation into something negative, because
Yeah.
y'all can make it hard for this man. They could be getting attention that they don't want, and believe it or not, as great as the Keith Lee effect is for some businesses, I have seen some videos, and not that people have complained, but they've had to close temporarily to then increase their
Area of sitting, yeah,
but
all
or the
resources.
resources, because okay, if you like, I'm just thinking about cupcake places that he's went. If you've been used to ordering 100 pounds of flour a week, and now this comes and you got a line wrapped
You might
around
need
the
another
door.
oven or a bigger mixer.
Exactly. So some people have had to say okay, or they've had to hire new staff. So it's welcome because with that financial boost, but it can also be slightly harmful in the beginning if they're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they just weren't ready.
But again, it's something you're gonna figure it out because it's revenue. It's
business. It's a good problem to have.
I've been waiting for this since I opened my business, so I'm gonna figure it out how to get people. If family got to be in here bagging some shit up, it'll be
it's a great problem to have.
It'll be somebody in here doing some shit.
Yeah.
3 grams. Fake bullet wound. So kid, I think this was in California also. Kid goes to school and a male teacher is doing a play, I guess a civil rights play of some sort, and acting out some stuff with black and white kids. And he paints a fake bullet wound on this kid's head, so real that his mom thought he was shot when he got home. It looked like a real bullet wound in his forehead. So the kid did the part. He asked the kid, do you want to play the part with the makeup on your face or the makeup on your arms? This particular kid, black kid, said, I want to be in the play with the makeup on my face. So he painted a bullet hole in his head. They did the play, acted out. He died in the play. Gets home, the mom flips the fuck out because she didn't know nothing about the play. It was something like he did in the middle of the day with the kids in the classroom, and she just thought it was some racial shit, some negative shit. It didn't happen to none of the other white kids in the class or in the school. So what the fuck does my young black kid have to come home with a fake bullet wound in his forehead? Don't you know this shit happens to our young black kids as it is? This isn't a fake thing. You should be more sensitive to this thing and not do something like this.
I get it, and what it made me think about is when white people say, "Oh, I don't see color." There is a space to say that people can be tone deaf. To me, it sounds like this boy got a shot to be a main character, no pun intended, to be a main character in a play. He wanted to play the part.
7 years old, I think, yeah.
He wanted to, play the part. He, maybe nobody else had it because nobody else was killed in the play. You know, whatever it was about. You said it was about civil rights.
Yeah, some
So
civil
I
rights
mean,
stuff, black stuff.
again, maybe everybody did their roles didn't call for them to have a bullet hole. Maybe the discernment should have been not giving him an option of having it on his face. You know, that shouldn't even have been an option. If it's okay, you're going to be killed, have it on your arm. But maybe the teacher was trying to add more realism to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I definitely think there's some
He had an
opportunity.
excuse.
Yeah,
He
there's
kind of
some
addressed
opportunity
it.
for like some lessons to be learned from it. I don't think it's like he should lose his job or anything from it. There's some cultural sensitivity
But
that
you don't
needs
think he
to
had
be
any intention
reinforced.
behind it? Like, I'm doing this on purpose,
It doesn't
and I'm gonna
sound
kill
like
this
it,
kid in
because
the
if
play.
this was the role and it was about, you know, civil rights and a black man being killed and he's a black boy, I mean, again, I think there's definitely an opportunity for some cultural sensitivity training,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't sound like it's malicious. And I'm not the one to, you know, throw somebody some bail, because I do know people can do shady stuff and be shady, especially to our kids when they think that they can't advocate for themselves. But to me, it just sounds like it was poor judgment in how things played out. And yeah, this is definitely an opportunity for some cultural sensitivity training.
I agree. I think as a father, I would have initially been mad. I'd have been thinking, when the play was over, why didn't you wash this shit off my son's head before you send him back home the way he came in?
Yeah.
So I would have been mad about that. I wouldn't have just jumped to the gun and think, hey, this is some racial shit, and he just wanted to kill my kid in the play.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't
Right.
have thought that off the rip. Like, that's a big reach. But I would have initially been mad. Like, you could have cleaned this shit off his head before you let him out the school.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't come like this, so don't send him the fuck home like this. So that's where I would have been at with it.
Yeah, definitely some better discretion and discernment needed.
Another murder in
Minnesota,
Minneapolis, Alex Preddy. We all saw a video of this guy getting murdered and the shot in the back, right?
Yeah, like in the head, kind of.
Yeah. I think his gun was taken from him, and then he was shot.
And the man was on one knee, one hand on the ground, the other hand like this, and they shot him from behind.
Yeah.
I just feel like Philando Castile, I will always say this, was the first person I have ever seen killed in real time. Like, not in real time, but killed on the internet. I'm so tired of seeing people killed on the internet and by these officers of the law. This whole ICE thing and the way that it's being conducted is so nasty, it's so disgusting, and the fact that this is our real life, like, you have these people who have minimal training, they're not doing background checks. There was one guy, I read a story about a gentleman who he was eventually arrested, and I think he was convicted, but he was an ICE agent who this lady in custody, he had raped her like continually,
Yep.
and would like
Let her see her kid.
pictures of her kid and stuff like that, things he was supposed to be able to continue to rape her. You have other stories
5 months
of these people who have domestic violence cases, so you already know what they're capable of, and here they are supposed to be protecting men, women, and not protecting, but officers of the law of men, women, and children, but you're not doing proper background checks on them. Like, you don't really know who these people are. It's disgusting, it's embarrassing, and it's not for nothing, it's scary. And I trust God, and I believe that God will protect us, so I know we should not fear. It's hard not to fear, because this just like these law agents being outlaws, it's just crazy. The last guy that killed Renee Good, like, normally a police officer, if they shoot their gun, regardless if they kill somebody, they are like off duty for at least the rest of the day.
He was pulling the kid out that evening.
He was still working after having killed a lady.
And on camera snatching an 8-year-old out of a back seat on the same cop who killed her. And it was an ICE agent just recently, I think yesterday, who was arguing with a person outside, and he told them, stop hollering at him. And he said, if you raise your voice, I'll erase your voice.
Yep.
And it was like, what the fuck is like, and that person had doubled down and was like, what'd you say? And he said it again, if you raise your voice, I'll erase your voice. And it's like, these people are vigilantes. Like, they don't give a shit about humanity, people, the human side of anything. They're just doing a job and going home. And I don't even know how you sleep and live with yourself knowing that you walking into your family, but you just ripped 5 families away that day.
Yeah, and not for nothing, the gentleman who the person who killed Renee Good, even if the job didn't require you to like be off for the rest of the day, how do you just continue your day knowing that you killed a lady? That lets you know what kind of mindset they have. Like, you were
Shot her
okay.
in the face.
You were okay. Like, you
Yeah.
were okay to just continue after you killed a person. You weren't like, you didn't need to talk to anybody. You weren't like messed up in the inside. Your soul wasn't disheveled. Like that's.
And God forbid you were a person they just pulled off the street. I don't know your background or your
temperament.
No, your law enforcement background, or even if you have one. But if you're one of these people they hired who used to be a plumber, and you just killed somebody, and that's your first time ever doing some shit like that, and you just went back to work, like, what's that say about your mindset?
Yeah.
What's that say about the way you think? Where you got no type of background in this type of work, you killed somebody, a female, shot her in the face, and then went right back to work.
Yeah.
Like, there's cops for 20 years that can't do that. There's military people that can't do that. Yeah. So what's that say about your mindset and who the fuck you are?
Yeah. Third gram, just to pivot to something a little more lighthearted, kind of. There was...
You want to take a 50-week cruise or a 50-hour cruise?
There was an announcement by Carnival Cruises that starting in 2027, they will now offer a cruise to Africa. Let me tell you, the people on the internet are so funny. Like, when you go, comments be the best part of posts for me a lot of times. Going through these comments, people were like, you won't trick me to get back on the boat. Some people was like, I bet you the ticket's going to be discounted and the boat going to leave us. Like, people were going in. And some people were saying, I bet you the boat's going to be called Freedom. Like, people were just going in. And it's crazy because it didn't even cross my mind. The first thing that crossed my mind is, damn, that's a long ride. And that's some choppy waters.
The first thing that crossed my mind is the ride. The distance of the ride.
And the choppy waters of the waters going
the Pacific. Well, that shit is choppy.
Don't say that again.
What?
It's not the Pacific.
What is it?
It's the Atlantic. The Pacific is over there by California.
Okay, so what? I fucked the ocean up. You know what I mean? People fuck up the ocean.
Yeah. But it's just like, are you serious that, like, I don't know what the time is, but I'm just feeling like,
Nobody's
are y'all gonna make it
to Africa? That's a fucking boat ride that took some people 3 years. Like, you talking about a fucking...
Are y'all gonna make it safely? Like, that ain't like, you don't... It just
my mind 5 days to drive from California to Pennsylvania. You think you're gonna go to fucking from the United States to Africa? Come on, man.
I just don't even know what the time frame would be like, as you know, because you think a cruise, the boat is kind of going, you know, like a like excursion, like a cruisy thing, like a relaxing thing.
It's not a jet boat. It's not going brrr and haul ass, and it's like...
And the waters out there is different than the waters in the Caribbean. Like, that's... I mean, the ocean is the ocean, but that ocean out there gets oceany.
I don't ever want to be on nothing where I'm 400, 500, 600 miles out sea and there's no land around you for hours. I do not want to be in that type of situation at all.
But the comments did not... fail. I mean, people were going in like, how much did the government pay Carnival to set this up to take us back? Like, it was, the comments were crazy, but...
And I think you probably, the shortest way, I looked this up, from New York to Africa is 8 hours. Like, that's the shortest trip a flight would take. It's 8 hours. So I probably would take the cruise that way, because you wouldn't take any other longer way, right? Because even an 8-hour flight would be like a fucking 4 or 5 day cruise.
I would think so.
To get to that point of Africa.
Yeah, I mean, it is, of course, going to the west coast of Africa. I forget. I don't know if it mentioned what the specific ports would be. I'm thinking like Senegal. Around that area.
I think it's Sierra Leone. Because I just was looking at this a few weeks ago. I think it's... But you're better at that shit than I am. But I think
it might have been Senegal. But what the west coast of Africa, it just was something that, again, it was funny, but it was also a little alarming. Like, who's signing up for that? Like,
No.
that is it just doesn't seem like something that would be relaxing. Like, I would rather just hop on a plane to Africa.
And at this climate, and you would think this is some rigged shit when I get over here. If black folks be like, oh my God, we're going to Africa. This boat's going to be full of black people, and something's going to happen over here where we can't get back. Somehow our passport's not going to work. Somehow some issue with the boat where they can't get us back. Somehow our bank accounts or our cards don't work no more, and we're just stuck over here in Africa,
Or
where the United States wants us to be.
Make it.
Or it won't. That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's like, how they gonna explain that?
I don't think it's. I just can't imagine. I
Or
mean,
you think they don't have to have an explanation because it's all black folks?
but see, that's another thing too, because
I
and
think if
not
you
to say
killed
that you don't have
4,000
wealthy
black
black
people at
people,
one time.
because of course we are out here living successfully. But I also think this might be one of those higher luxury level cruises, because
Shit.
this ain't a 5-day cruise. It's going to take you 5 days to get there. So that's why I'm thinking this might be like one of them like 15, 21-day cruises. Like, I don't
That's
know.
cool.
I
don't think a bunch of rich black people are going to go. I think rich, wealthy black
I'm not
people
saying
get on
that they're
jets and
gonna
to
go,
Africa.
but what I'm saying is the people that's taking the cruises to the Bahamas for $6.99 or $3.99, whatever the package deals are, this is gonna be at a different price point, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think this will be $19.99. $24.99, but it's specifically going to be for people who want to go to Africa, which is mostly black people. I'm not saying it's some white people that don't want to go there or have relationships there or business there, but most black people are going to have the feeling of, oh, this is my especially if you're a cruise person. If you take a bunch of cruises and you've been on cruises, you'll be like, sure, I'll cruise to Africa. Oh shit, they got one in Africa. And you done been down the Caribbean, you done been over here on 10 cruises. I know somebody in our family that might go on this goddamn cruise, who's always on cruises and, be like, hey, I'm going here.
My stomach hurt thinking about the motion sickness of riding a boat to Africa.
Yeah, there's just something I wouldn't even
I want to go to Africa on a plane. There are multiple countries in Africa I would love to visit.
Now, if you gave me the option of a 20-hour flight, which I'm not happy about, or cruise ride, I'd take the 20-hour flight every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I'm not riding no fucking boat in the middle of the ocean like that.
No, not that ocean.
No, too many things can happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to go out drowning, dying, eaten up by sharks. No. Being separated from you, some shit happening in the boat, a bunch of Jason Bournes killing everybody. Like, man, you crazy. I ain't getting in the middle of that shit. We in international waters, can't nobody help us. No police, no rape, nothing can do anything. They can
That's
do
when
whatever
Trump
the
will
fuck they
say
want.
he can't go to international waters.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
Nah, fuck all that. I'm not putting myself or my family in that situation. It's a wrap. A2TP Podcast, episode 261. I am him. She is her. Your boy, International Walk.
Your girl, Tasha Coles, is with the mostest.
If y'all fuck with us, y'all fuck with us. If you don't, you shouldn't. Peace. That coffee.